Your favorite grub
Oh
stuff.
man, my voice is a little raspy. It's a little raspy. I'm a scary man.
Do your villain voice, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm feeling a little under the weather, but it's all right. Listen, I gotta get the fucking content out. This is crucial. This is my personal fucking well-being.
You gotta put
Cringe.
your body
Get
on
that
the
shit
line.
out of here. Listen. It's time for Homestuck, and it's time for the GrubCast.
I'd
Welcome.
Die for another episode.
Yeah. Welcome everybody to another lovely episode of the GrubCast. Thank you all so much for being here. And we got some shit this week.
Yeah.
But really, we have actually some things we have to shill this week.
Yeah. Give us some money.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to talk to some other cool grubs? Join our Discord server down in the description. This is our Discord server.
We got space waiting just for you.
Oh boy, we got a Twitter account. Follow us on Twitter at @TheGrubCast.
Yeah,
if you want to flex, if you want to flex on those other peons in the Discord server,
you want to show
then
them all
you can donate to our Patreon, also linked down below. Where if you donate to $3 a month, you get a cool Discord role, and if you go to $5 a month, then you get all this cool artwork on the screen. Look at this epic The Yellow Yard artwork.
Whoa.
There it is. It's beautiful.
Look at that yard.
It's crazy. They're
Well
flying
maintained.
through the green. It's still very well maintained, and you can get all that for $5 a month. Speaking of our lovely Patreon, from people that give us money, and
Let's
like
talk about
them more.
all our favorite people.
Thank you to our singular $3 patron, not Lama. We got another one, boys. Yeah.
Yo.
And thank you to our $5 patrons, Lizard King, Changeable Landscape, Ada, Liz, Toby Claspect Expert, My Homestuck Dante, and Mia Bowman.
Yes.
25% of our patrons are just people I know in real life. But that's fine. They're giving me money. Yeah. I don't think we have any fan art this week. If we do, then someone will tell me that I'm wrong in the comments, and we'll put it in the next episode. My bad if I fucked up and there was fan art.
There was fan art.
Sorry.
But I guess next fan art challenge we'll come up with on the fly.
Next fan art challenge. Oh god. What if we drew like a Homestuck? Crazy.
Encapsulate all of Homestuck in one drawing.
Yeah, please draw one character that is. Please draw Mr. Homestuck. Please make Mr. Homestuck real.
Oh man. He kind of looks like E.T., but with like a bit of Molten. If you mixed us with HussyBot,
just imagine you do all the calculations. You add every character in Homestuck together, and you end up with John Egbert. All right, fucking listen. We got some shit to talk about.
Yes, we got some serious shit to talk about today.
Act 6, Intermission 1.
First things first, we got our boy HussyBot.
HussyBot is here, and he says, hello.
He says, one down.
It's me. One down. No, kids.
No, not the kids.
Oh, I like it. Holy shit, I'm almost out of time to fuck up the story. Who would have thought nanoseconds could fly by so fast? Hussy's gotta go in there, get his grubby little mitts all over the story, but he doesn't have to, so he just levels up our gang. Our gang is leveled the fuck up, and now they can talk.
Yeah, apparently there's tiers beyond God tier. They tier up again.
Well, think about so it's kind of like your echelon ladder is like how you level up outside of God tier.
Yeah.
The God tiers are like your leveling mechanism in God tier.
Once you're a god.
Yeah, it's a slightly confusing naming convention, but it's just the same thing. It's just as God tier you can still level up. It's just on like a different track. And of course, echelon ladder's baby shit. Now we get sashes on our like kitty camper handy sash or whatever.
Yeah. I can't believe they like fought God and fucking got all that power just to finally be able to talk to each other.
Yeah, that's what's required.
Texting.
Which means that in the universe of Homestuck, characters cannot talk to each other.
No, I don't know how Dad, Bert, and John ever communicated.
Well, as we see, they just kind of communicate in like weird hand gestures and like fighting with like throwing cakes at each other. They love each other though. That's cool. Dad, Bert's sick. I love him.
Yeah, I agree. I think I understand now why there's so much miscommunication with the familial and like parental relationships.
They just cannot fucking speak.
They just can't talk. They're not strong enough. You gotta be a higher level for that.
Hussey gave me my children back.
Yeah,
They're back.
They're back.
Missed them so much.
The favorite
Oh, don't
boys
ever
and
leave me
gals.
again, John Egbert. Just kidding. He will be leaving many, many times.
Yes, very soon, actually.
Incredibly soon. We don't get that much time with them. I'm gonna be honest. Intermission 1 is nice, but like not much happens.
Yeah, no.
But like that's okay. It's just like, hey,
they're
still fine.
They're doing stuff.
They're doing good, and that's I like that. I'm happy for them.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing all right.
I'm glad they stopped in to say hi. I feel like an elderly parent who like misses their
they
kids.
grow up so fast, right? Yeah.
They spend 3 years in space and they forget about you.
And then John's like, "How long's this trip gonna take? Like, like 2 days, like 3 days?
We'll be there by like tomorrow, right?
Yeah, right. This isn't gonna take very long." And then Jade's like, "Yeah, no, it won't take that long. Like 3 years.
Like 3 years.
Like 3 years. Why do you think that going through a 3-year time skip?"
They're going, well, why? I guess to age up with the current cast.
Exactly. It's
That's
very
it?
blatant. It's very obvious that like it's been like 3 more years. So like Hussey wanted his characters to now grow up with real life time.
Uh-huh.
So when he introduced his new characters, he made them 16, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now he has a problem, or a bunch of 13-year-olds are going to go hang out with a bunch of 16-year-olds.
And they're
He's
their
like,
dads.
fucking just whatever, make him 16. It's fine. That's what this is.
Okay.
It's like pretty blatant.
We find out a little bit about I can't remember her name now. Jade? Right?
Yeah, Jade's. Oh God, no! The memories are slipping away.
There's so many.
Come back! No, there's so many fucking.
Is it
characters.
Jake? Is it Jane? Which is it? But
Jade Harley, aka Doc Scratch, explains some like logic for First Guardians because she is one now.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking about this with you at work, but like it's important to keep in mind, Jade is like 3 times immortal. She is God tier and a First Guardian and a Sprite.
Immortality 3 times combo.
Yeah. God, I love Homestuck. Remember Homestuck? That's a reference to Homestuck. That's a reference to hit 2009 comedy webcomic Homestuck.
That's the reference.
This is what the reference. So basically, the idea here is that like the Green Sun has like jurisdiction over
First Guardian
Paradox
power?
space, essentially.
Yeah.
And they're not in Paradox space anymore, so she can't do shit. No matter where she is, she can function as a gateway to the Green Sun, which at first I was like, that seems kind of like an asshole. But no, it is not. Aradia uses it to get to the Green Sun. She uses Jack as a gateway, and he can't follow her.
Oh.
This is absolutely not an asshole. This was already established.
They've established already, yeah.
Look at that. And if you remember, we were really confused about how that fucking happened. We were like, I guess Jack did it, but why?
But why
and this is why.
Yeah, he didn't.
Is it maybe
need
a
to.
retcon to get that to like fit in place? Maybe. But like it works.
It works.
It works. It's fine.
It doesn't break anything. It plays nice with the other mechanics.
It's pretty cool.
Something that does upset me though in this whole spiel about Jade's First Guardian and Space Witch powers, she can't teleport, but she can affect the mass and size of something in a way that doesn't ruin it. Like some creatures couldn't exist like big. Like if you made an insect big, it just kind of fall apart.
Yeah.
Or if King Kong was real, his muscles couldn't handle himself. But she can shrink these planets and grow them, and it doesn't really have any negative effects on anything that's alive and living there, which is interesting. My issue is that she also can't teleport, though that for sure seems like a space god thing.
Yeah, but yeah, you're kind of right. But within the logic of the comic, it's just
it's consistent.
It's just kind of like teleporting is kind of reserved for First Guardians. Does that make sense? Not really, but they're consistent with it. So like, I'll give them a pass.
Like I'm willing to let it slide because at no point have they broken this
If
rule.
teleporting suddenly becomes a Witch of Space power later, then on one hand that would make sense, but it would also break the rest of it.
Yeah.
So like, it's a very arbitrary restriction, but it's one they stick to. So like, I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, like you can affect space of things, but you cannot like move yourself through space at will.
Yeah.
You can see
and I
all
remember
this
I said that to you, and then you were like, well, why not just JoJo Part 4 it? Like, why would you not, Okuyasu, like, remove the space in between me and something else, thereby teleporting me? Yeah. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know.
Why they didn't do that. Just make the space between us smaller. But I'm gonna let it slide. It's probably just so they can force this 3-year thing. It pretty much exactly is that. And I'm willing to accept it. You know, you need a workhorse for your story. The rest of the comic's good.
They will be on this golden ship and meteor for a while. Like as I'm sure you have now guessed based on this, we're going to be bouncing back and forth, and it's basically going to be, let's do the story with our new kids, and every once in a while, let's check up on our old kids, just so you know, they're still okay. That's going to be what this functions as for a while.
They're trying to force this new family on me.
And, like, you know, I like them.
I like them.
And we'll talk about, I really like the ones that we got to talk about this week. Last time, you know, we got stuck with, you're right, yeah, Jane and Jake, they're pretty alright. They're pretty, they're fine. None of that shit, none of that pussy shit here this week. This week we got the real shit. We got the real boys this week, and we'll talk about that later.
We got our boys. Yeah.
Fucking sick.
Oh, is there a strife that happens? I have, that strife. But
Jack and Male Princess are kind of having a stare down.
Oh, yeah, I was.
But then Jack just kind of leaves.
But he falls in love with her.
Yeah, Jack just kind of flies off, and PM's like, damn, I got the dead body of a cool political person here.
This was a really cool political figure before he
but
died.
He's fucking dead now. What do I do? I don't know. What's she gonna do?
And I was so ready for that fight, but it did not happen.
Solix is like half dead. I don't know how, but he is. I don't know how he half died.
Duality.
I understand this is like a Solix thing. Like,
yeah.
but you get it? He's like, he's like 1-2. But he's also, like, he used his psychic powers to throw the meteor there.
Mm-hmm.
I would have thought that would have just killed him.
Yeah.
But, like, no, he's half dead.
It
they
only
specifically say it. So, I don't know.
I don't know what that means. I don't know the implications of such.
Yeah, I don't understand with that, but, like, honestly, whatever.
Is he gonna come back last session and, like, spend his last life to fight Jack?
There does seem to be a decent number of, like, Kingdom Hearts 3-esque, like, just fucking let it happen, all right?
Let it happen. Don't question it.
Like, all right, whatever. Like, if Solix being half dead has major plot ramifications later, then, like, I'll be angry about it, but I already know that it doesn't really, so, like, whatever. It's fine. Just let him have it.
I'll let him have it. He's the twin Gemini dual guy.
Yeah, it's a cool thematic thing, and I like it. I like that idea. I like that everyone else is also confused about it.
Yeah, like what does that mean?
What the fuck does that mean? Solix is like, I'm the half guy. All right, don't worry about it.
I'm the 2-part dude. Only half of me's dead right now.
Yeah,
it's my thing.
All right,
we get it. You're duality themed.
Hashtag the gang rolls up to the meteor. But we don't get time with them yet because we're back to John and Jade. Fuck you.
They gotta write a letter. We have little time to contact them while they're at the Green Sun.
I don't remember what I wrote this down for, but I wrote down, oh god, Hussey is teasing shipping. He knows. Was there like... Was John talking about romance at all? Or was it like Jade and talking about Dave? I couldn't have written that down about John and Jade because they're ectobiologically related.
Yeah.
There's no way anything happened there. So what the fuck? What did I write that down about? I don't know.
I guess there's a moment where Karkat reads the letter from John.
That's way later.
Huh.
This is we've gone back to... Remember, we just kind of flashed the media for a while, and then we're back to John and Jade. And then they're like, all right, we're going to send a fucking note. We're going to send a note now.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. I'm going to throw it through the Jade portal, and I'm going to send a note. And he gets out a poster, and then Dave Sprite is there. Which, I mean, I guess he would just come from... Because remember, he was on the battlefield when Jade shrunk it down.
Oh, yeah.
So now, Dave Sprite being here, totally cool. Good for him.
that
and I like Dave Sprite. He's fucking sick.
Yeah, I'm glad that both on the ship and fucking at the group near the meteor, there's gonna be a Dave.
There's plenty of Dave to go around. Dave is serving all the ladies once again.
He's serving all the ladies. He's like a guy on like Butler Island or something.
It's time for the bucket. He puts in the bucket.
He's like, oh yeah, they have a weird thing about cleaning supplies. Well, anyway,
too late. There you go. Goodbye, bucket. But then there's gonna be some time before the bucket happens. Because the bucket happens... Yeah, the bucket happens later. We just get to see the bucket origins. Now we're on the meteor.
Back on the meteor. Where Karkat and... Is this like... No, he gets the bucket in a second.
They're just kind of all catching up.
Yeah. Just talking to each other. I think they have a conversation about, like, how Rose's powers should be very helpful in the coming events.
Yeah, they kind of talk about how Rose's powers are like super cool and awesome, and Aradia wants a corpse party, and like it's just nice being able to see these characters talk without being in mortal danger. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just like they get to hang out.
They're still kind of in mortal danger,
but like not really. Listen, only if you
doubt
squint.
they're gonna get hurt.
Like they kind of know, like, all right, Jack's on our way, we gotta move, but like they're pretty much aware of the fact that like we got 3 years to chill, right? Yeah, and like good for them. Mm-hmm. Finally. Reminder that this entire comic has taken place over the course of 1 day so far. Just throwing that out there as a piece of info. But yeah, like nothing they're talking about super like important. It's just like kind of, nice. I like it. I love my boys. I miss all my boys. Okay, this is worth noting. I think it's right here where like they describe Lord English as like the Alternian myth for death. Did you catch this?
Okay. I remember that conversation. I just didn't really put the piece together.
Lord English is a mythological figure in Troll Society, like as the Grim Reaper.
Yeah.
Meaning that Aradia being a like servant of death is her following in the footsteps of the Handmaiden, her ancestor, which is just a cool thing that I noticed, and I was like, "That's pretty sick. I like that." You'll notice there's not much to talk about here.
Yeah, not really in terms of like there's
not much meat to dig into here. Yeah. This whole intermission is basically just
a lot of candy.
But like that's fine. We need some candy right now.
Some candy.
Candy's pretty cool.
This kid's been through a lot of meat.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that.
We're just gonna start throwing these words around. But we just threw these words around like 4,000 pages early. So I have a feeling that we just gave a lot of our audience PTSD. They heard meat and candy and they went, ah,
no,
get it away.
And then the race is afoot. They gotta sprint as far as they can away from the Green Sun because Jack's heading their way. And I have written for that, God damn, Jack is already trying to kill them? We just got here.
Yeah, no, like they just showed up. Jack is already like, I'm gonna fucking kill, I'm gonna stab the shit out of those children. They're all gonna fucking die. Solix and Aradia are just gonna kind of bomb away. Like they're done. They're like, all right, cool. You guys have fun. We're gonna leave.
You don't really need us.
We got death shit to do. Solix has half death shit to do. We're gonna head out, honestly. And everyone's like, all right, cool. Like, bye. Gamesy stole the bodies.
Yeah, man. He's still kind of crazy.
The bodies are gone.
I was hoping that after he got pap shushed, it would just kind of like...
No.
He's still unhinged. Very much
I believe that this is the part of Gamzee that you won't enjoy very much. Because from this, I'm just going to tell you, from this point forward, Gamzee's like not really a character ever again.
More just like a sight gag.
He just kind of shows up sometimes and does some plot things and
cuts off a head.
Yeah, and just kind of does whatever. He's just gonna kind of be around from now on. And I just need you to be aware of that.
I'm glad I won't get my hopes up.
Yeah. Well, it can be funny. It's just like if you were expecting more character from Gamzee, like that's done. He's done. Mm-hmm. There's no more character for Gamzee.
His arc is complete.
Yes. His arc of becoming evil is complete. I just wrote down did anyone see what happened? Damn it, when the fuck will I learn not to turn my back on the bodies?
He was warned and he never took that lesson. He never heeded that once.
We find out about the tragic death of Maplehoof.
Oh yeah.
That's an L. Pour one out for Maplehoof.
Pour one out for Maplehoof.
Didn't even know that was a mystery that needed solving, but damn if it didn't get solved. Oh boy. Bucket is here. Say hi to the bucket.
Bucket.
I just wrote down, Jesus Christ, the bucket. Good Lord above the bucket. Carcat mental breakdown.
Yeah, man. He does.
The troll human sloppy makeouts are too much for our intrepid hero. Carcat dies. Character death immediately.
Just upon the realization that it was possible now.
Do you imagine if Carcat just like got driven insane and just like babbling mess from now on?
Joins Gamzee's. They're just crazy together.
Oh my god, they just start murdering.
There's in the mental breakdown. There's like the pairings all like look at each other very like
ooh, they're gonna wiggle their eyebrows. Ooh, troll human sloppy makeouts. Ooh.
And Carcat's having none of it.
And they just kind of leave. Oh, male princess teleports WV to the meteor, which is good.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why, but that happens.
Yep. WV's dead corpse is on the meteor.
That means Gamzee's probably has his hands on it.
I think Kargat literally says, like, fucking form a circle. We can't let Gamzee take his fucking body. No. They're on their way. Any other thoughts on Act 6 Intermission 1?
Didn't this end with an animation?
Genuinely did it?
I thought,
Yes, S and Act 6 Intermission 1.
Yeah, okay. I enjoyed it. That one felt nice. I really,
This is a similar one where it's just like, okay, this does not fucking matter.
Yeah,
like,
no, this is cool looking stuff.
The song is great. The song's called Infinity Mechanism. It's by Thomas Ferkel, and it's great. But this is just like, look at these cool pictures. Don't you want to find out what those are? And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I would like to.
I do. Like, there's no point talking about it. Like, nothing happens. It is not an animation. Like, who cares? Yeah. It's fine.
I just liked it because it looked nice.
It does look very nice. It looks very nice, and it has some great music, and there's nothing of substance in it.
Good feel, but
yes.
All candy.
100%. There's nothing worth looking at here. Like, it's completely worthless. I like it, but, like, we don't need to talk about it. It's fine. Like, we get it. Cool shit is going to happen.
And then we meet our gal, Jane Crockler.
Jane Crockler is back. Here we are. All right. Before we move on, what is there to say about this intermission? Right? It was nice. It was nice to read. I like it.
I'm glad to be like looking back at my boys and shit, but
it also didn't need to be this long.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 150 pages.
Damn.
Or like 120 pages or something. It was a significant
like
amount of pages and like characters talking for just kind of not much.
Nothing of note to.
But like, I don't think that's an issue. It will only become an issue if this continues to be a pattern.
Yeah, if every time we cut to intermission, they're just doing nothing.
I'm looking at you. I'm giving you a look. For those of you listening to the podcast, I'm giving him a look right now.
They
I'm
heard
giving him
that
a real
look.
All right, can you auditorily hear the look I'm doing? But like, this is good. Like, we needed some breathing room for these characters to just relax, get it out of their system. Oh, we're talking, we're friends. I love you guys. You're my buddies. And that's great. I'm happy for them, and there just isn't much to talk about past that point.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. There's just not much else we can add to that.
Yeah.
And be like, yeah, that was nice. But it was good. That was a great section. I liked it.
Yeah.
Just having them, they're all fucking around. It was great. But now it's back to the plot. Important things are happening. All right, let's fucking go. Move along. We gotta move it along. Jane is dead.
Yeah, got hit by a pipe bomb.
Jane is fucking dead. Jack just stabbed the shit out of her.
Roll credits. She was stuck at home.
Homestuck is over. Bye, Jane.
Bye.
Club's Deuce is gonna blow up her entire fucking tower. And
but his motivation is what sells it on me. He just wants to make sure that he can wear a fancy hat.
What?
Yeah, he makes a comment to Jack about how like this new ruler, they don't really fuck with his ability to wear fancy hats, so like he's cool with them.
Yeah, that is worth noting out. Yeah, no, Durst is under new management. What's going on there?
What's happened?
What's going on there? Who's the new Durst person?
Oh
shit!
Any guesses?
I wonder if we're gonna find out who that is later on in this very section. Perhaps that's crazy. Jane is doing some kind of lifey thing. Time to get the fuck out of here.
Do the life thing.
Bye bye. Act 6, Act 2, we're here. That was technically like in between, but like it's Act 6, Act 2. It's Act 6, Act 2. Jane is alive.
Beck Cat or Cat Scratch.
G-Cat is here. Okay, alright. We already have shit to talk about again, alright?
Mm-hmm.
G-Cat. Where have you heard that before?
G-Cat? It's not really ringing any bells.
G-Cat was the meow code.
Oh. Huh.
Way the fuck back in the day, G-Cat is the meow code that was in Rose's journal that was then combined with Hallie to create Bequero.
Huh. Alright.
Yeah. The time it's coming together.
Yeah.
We were like, what the fuck is the G-Cat? Is the meow code? I don't know. And now all these fucking pages later, we got it. There you go. It comes from G-Cat. It comes from G-Cat. Also, First Guardian alert.
Oh, yeah.
Which explains how Jane is awake on Prospect already.
Mm-hmm. That automatically cleared that up. That's her First Guardian right there. Fucking Cat Doc Scratch, bro.
Yeah, there you cat Doc Scratch. There we go. That's our new fan art. Everyone, draw Doc Scratch as a cat boy. Come on, do it. It's Cat Boy Doc Scratch time. It's time. It's time for Cat Boy Doc Scratch.
Boy. I need it.
Yeah, we fucking did it. High five.
Oh yeah. Cat Scratch art. Yeah, after we meet young Cat Scratch and he, I think, teleports Jane to safety or something like that.
Yeah.
I think Jane and Roxy start chatting it up.
Yep. This is all Roxy just explaining shit that we already know, but kind of catching Jane up. And then she steals her book. That's mine now. And then as soon as she teleports the Sassacre, then she's like, uh-oh, time to leave. I wonder what that could be about. And then she says, don't run the computer code. Don't run the video game.
Do not run that
That's
game.
bad. So anyway, Jane runs the video game. Blows up her fucking computer.
Yeah.
It's worth noting as well. I don't know if you caught this. Suburb, in this universe, is a till death file.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you caught that. Did you catch that? Did you see that with your eyeballs?
Because, Dice Dry, he brings up that Roxy's always making those till death fucking codes.
We're about to talk about
expert hacker.
Talk about Dice Dry.
Our boy Dice Dry.
Because that's the conversation that's right up next.
Yeah, is it what, Dice Dry and Jane talking?
Yep.
Yeah.
Jane gets blown up and now she starts talking to Dirk. We can just say the fucking names. We know. We get both of them in this section.
Build the suspense.
Oh no! Our audience that's all read Homestuck before don't know these things.
But, after she gets blown up, G-Cat catches her with a couch. And she starts talking to Dice Dry. She tells Dice Dry about her dad probably having his afternoon cake is probably what he's up to. Which, an afternoon cake, the fact that he has them that regularly is just concerning.
It's like second breakfast for hobbits. Dad just has cakes like constantly.
Just constantly like.
It's all just shoveling them in there.
You gotta supplement his meals with cake. But actually, we cut to he's not having his afternoon cake. He's currently crushed. And we got a dad crush under some like debris.
But he's fine.
He's tough. It don't matter.
Dadbird is literally invincible. Big thing here is that Roxy totally made a fake video game to blow up her computer.
Yeah.
I guess to like make her believe the assassination attempts were from the Betty Crocker?
Yeah, but when she opens the game, text from Roxy pops up that says, "Get away from your computer."
Yeah, I guess what she was planning to do originally was like, oh my god, I caught it just in time. Get out of there. Don't you see I saved you? Don't you believe me
shouldn't.
now?
Yeah, you shouldn't fall for this.
These are bad.
These games are bad and an assassination attempt.
And like, Jane is just like weirdly fine with this.
I guess if your life's just that filled with like constant assassination attempts, when a friend does it, it's like, eh.
I guess. It's like weird how she's like, man, that sucks. Anyway, I love my best friend Roxy. It's like, what the fuck? She just tried to kill you, bro.
She literally just tried to murder you.
So I don't know about that, but like, it's fine. Explosions are super chill. Real shit time. Dirk is totally aware that Jane and Jake are dead on Prospect because Dirk is just awake all the time in both places,
simultaneously.
He's just there,
which has got to be horrifying.
That's fucking hard.
Like,
I can imagine that's difficult to manage.
You ever try to focus on two things at once? Try focusing on two bodies you have to operate.
Human beings with complicated lives at once. Shit. Roxy sleepwalks. That's just what he kind of explains. So now we understand by when Jack earlier was saying, like, I got DD trying to kill the Durst boys because they're more complicated. I assume he's talking about this.
Yeah. How one's always awake and one is sleeping but sleepwalks a lot.
Yeah, just goes up fucking everywhere.
So, like, that's a bit of a more complex task that I would not want to trust Clipsthese to accomplish.
Although maybe he doesn't know about Dirk because I think Dirk said he was trying to keep it secret.
Oh, yeah, because,
maybe he just knows about Roxy.
Because he's been, I guess, pretending to sleep.
Yeah.
On Durst.
I don't know.
But, then we get... Is this a character select screen, or do we just go to Roxy?
They basically give us a... the only last thing is that Lil Seb is just going to get her a clean computer, a clean copy of the game, and Dirk connects and starts being her server, putting down machines.
No, this Crocker toxic shit.
None of this Crocker tech bullshit, alright? None of that.
It's weird that they build They make cakes, but also very complex machinery and technology.
Yeah, so you're correct. We get like Roxy and Dirk, just like a quick introduction to both of them, and then we get the character select screen.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about Roxy and Dirk?
Okay, are you talking about
lads.
overall or at this point?
Just at this point in time, based on like what we got from here. We'll talk about them overall near the end.
Okay, yeah. At this point in time, I'm excited to get a more hands-on look at both of them. I really am interested in our boy Dystry. I don't really like Roxy's cool and all, but I feel like her gimmick's gonna get old really fast.
I like Roxy a lot, but that is because of things that happen later in the comic.
Okay.
If you remember, I said that like I hold Roxy and Dirk to a similar level.
Yeah.
That is not the case right now.
Okay.
It becomes the case later. But like right now, Roxy is definitely like in second place.
Because yeah, man, she lost some serious cool points for me for some stuff she does later, and I'll explain those when we get to it.
Go for it. Yeah, I know. I'm excited.
But man, she for sure knocked down a bit. Not enough to get into third place, but
wait. Okay. Wow. Okay. I'm interested. I genuinely have no idea like what you could be referring to as like.
It was a very specific choice she made, but
all right, we'll I'm excited. I'm excited. Oh my god, yes, fucking angry ET. I'm so excited for negative angry ET. Fuck yes.
I hate everything.
Yeah.
But when we first meet her, I can make a guess on her class spec, and I'm like, wizard, avoid, because she likes wizards.
That's cute,
and I was like, well, no. If not that, then anti-wizard of light.
Wizards. It is nice to see Dirk and Roxy both really like puppets and wizards respectively.
Yeah.
Like it's not, they just both really fucking like them. Which just recontextualizes a lot of shit about acts like 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Right? Rose forever lambasts her mom for like getting wizards everywhere to like make fun of the fact that Rose likes wizards.
When really they just have this
when in reality,
interest.
Yeah, no, Roxy as Mom Blonde is also just super fucking with wizards. And it's like, God, I love wizards. I want wizards all over my fucking house.
And we know for a fact that she would have loved to read her little short stories, Complacency of the Learned, because when she's a kid, she has all the books.
Yeah, I love that. It just recontextualizes Act 2 and 3. And in a similar way, like, Dirk just fucking loves puppets.
He just loves
He's
them.
like, God, puppets are cool. I love me some puppets. I want puppets all over my fucking house. I want as many puppets as possible. I want to create my own smut-themed brand of puppets. And they will be everywhere. If I see one more plush bulbous rump kind of jutting out or whatever. There you go.
But these kids don't really have that internalized beef with their guardians or caretakers. Like, it's just like, no, like, they do their own thing. We really don't interact too much, but it's whatever.
It seems like pretty much all of them, their guardians are, like, not really in their lives that much.
Yeah.
Like, pretty much all of them. Whereas, like, Jade was really the only person that applied to originally.
Mm-hmm.
But now, like, all these new kids, like, all of them don't seem to be in much contact with their guardians. I wonder if there's a reason for that might come up later in this reading section. Whoa!
Or in Roxy's place, we also see a bunch of fourth walls, but they're little windows just all over her shits.
Yeah. So, Roxy has access to, like, ectobiology equipment and purifiers and shit.
Yeah.
Which is, we already established a little bit earlier, but, like, it's very clearly, like, no, she has, like, the lab and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, well, that's cool and all. But it also doesn't matter because Dirk builds cool fucking robots and, like, spars them and raps at them and has cool anime swords.
Has battles and rap battles with them, just regularly.
And he just, like, turns puppets into robots. It's cool. He's great. All right. Roxy's gonna do some shit. We're character select. We got Roxy. We are passing out free will like cheap cigars.
Like cheap cigars.
Roxy's first. God, her modus is lame.
Oh yeah, the bottle one.
Yeah, her modus is pretty lame.
I was like, yeah, okay, this seems like just a same.
This
like
is
a
just
modus.
an inventory. Yeah, no, it's an inventory with a coat of paint. Like this is array. This is the array modus.
Absolutely.
Do not let the funny like bottle confuse you. This is the array modus. It's what it is.
And like I was expecting like there to be some level of difference. Like,
no.
I was like, is it bigger? Well, I've never really seen anyone have too much issue with their storage space, I guess. But I have
not
to
since
assume,
like acts 1 through 3.
So I have to assume the only difference is this is a much larger array modus, but and it keeps them in bottles, which is kind of cool, I guess.
It's an array modus with a coat of paint. That's what it is. They
it.
bought a Fortnite skin for their array modus. She spent V-Bucks on her cool skin for her array modus, and now it looks like a wine cabinet. That's what it is. Rose is J.K. Rowling now.
And she has an amazing series of Complacency the Learned.
Yeah, which is real and cool and great.
Adult Her made it into a series of books that she made a lot of money off of. But when Roxy is describing the book to the audience, it's like, oh yeah, fucking this great wizard who's just, I guess, like Andrew English, I guess. And it's like, oh yeah, this is the main character. He's super badass, and he plays chess against gods even after his king is dead. And I'm like, time out.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It reminds me of the Yu-Gi-Oh anime. If you ever watch that. They play Yu-Gi-Oh, but because it's an anime, they don't want to like get bogged down in like mechanics of the game. So Yugi's just cheating the whole time, and no one really seems to give a fuck that he's cheating hardcore.
That's awesome.
That's what this reminds me of, because it's like he played chess without his king. I'm like, that's the game. He lost.
I think the idea is it's meant to
anymore.
I think it's meant to like mirror Smurb to some degree. Like, our fucking king just died, but we're still fighting,
gonna win this
right?
fight. Okay.
It's meant to be like it's a parallel. But like, you're
you.
Totally right. He's just like, okay, I took your king, I lost.
He's like,
Nah,
no,
I'm fucking fine.
I'm gonna keep playing. But no, the game's over. That's checkmate. But my pawn can still move.
Why don't you check out my dick, dog, huh?
Why don't you check out some more bitches?
Yeah! Quote, complacency of the learned. Why don't you checkmate some bitches?
That's my favorite part.
That is the best part. She has a purified with what we can use the power of remembering shit to determine is some type of like genetic code. Mm-hmm. She kidnapped. We're gonna call it the bark code.
The bark code, yeah.
The bark code comes from Jake.
Yeah, that's
what
in
is
Jake's
that
book.
For?
I have to assume for Beck. In the same way that G-Cats was for...
You're thinking.
G-Cat.
You're thinking about some shit. I don't know. We'll find out. Roxy pulls out her fucking gun.
Yeah. Which I didn't expect that to be her weapon kind.
We have multiple guns in this session now.
Yeah.
She uses guns and Jake uses guns.
But hers is like rifle versus like pistols, I guess.
Yeah.
Pistols are cooler. You can dual wield them.
Yeah. Jake's guns are way cooler.
He just wants to look badass.
But she has a pistol that's like a purifier, which is just a purifier gun. Which is pretty cool.
And that's when we lose our dear friend Jaspers. And this is where he's been spending all that time.
Yeah.
This is where
God, no, don't worry. We're going to talk about the Jaspers loop. Because that's in a second, all right? She gets sloshed. She drinks a martini. Okay. This is S. Roxy Sleepwalk, I think? Yes, it is. What do you go on this?
There you go, wobbling.
There he goes, wobbling.
Yeah, okay. So, when we're heading over to, it looks like Skya, there's Equius and Dave are hanging out on some, like, temple with a bunch of Aradia bots.
Yeah, so Roxy flies into a dream bubble.
That's, okay, cool.
Like, physically.
Yeah.
So, like, she's sleepwalking. This music is fucking awesome, by the way. It's called Even in Death. It's great. It's a great fucking track. I listen to it just, like, at work. Mm-hmm. I like this song a lot. So she's asleep both times, and she flies into a dream bubble, I guess just kind of bombing around, and we see like alternate versions of our characters.
Yeah.
From like doomed timelines and shit.
Yeah.
They're all dead as hell.
I didn't know they were the doomed ones at first. I was like, man, how did a dead God Carcat get here?
Well, that's
they?
The hint is essentially like, okay, these are alternate. We know that alternate versions of characters go in the dream bubbles from Terezi murdered timelines. John. So we know that doomed timeline versions end up in dream bubbles. We got also like real Dave is there though.
Yeah, but also our Dave,
like just actual Dave, and then she sees Rose and it's like, is that my mom? And then she wakes up and then she goes, damn, is that my daughter / mom?
I don't think she's aware that those are the same person.
No, I think which one does she think? She just thinks it's her daughter.
Yeah, she thinks that was her daughter, and that when she gets into the game, she'll also meet her mom.
Oh, yeah. She thinks these are two separate things.
Yeah, when they're actually just the
Funny
same
to
person.
imagine her surprise when that shit happens.
She's gonna be like, wait, what? You're my mom and my daughter?
Oh my god, my mom daughter is here.
What kind of wacky incest loop is this?
Oh, why do you have to say that? Alright, Roxy and Dirk do be talking.
Yeah. Roxy answered Dirk. The first thing I have about this is it's not until like later. So if you have anything like before autoresponder and Roxy on their own.
There's a couple things to point out before autoresponder shows up. First off, Dirk's gay as fuck. He's a gay man.
Yeah.
But he's like cool. He's a cool gay.
I don't like that Roxy's first inclination to that is that, oh man, he doesn't want to be with me. He must be like gay or something, right?
Yeah, the way she finds out is weird. I think she just always knew. I don't think she finds out here. I think she was just aware of this fact. Maybe she just wasn't aware that he was into like Jake until now. But like,
because I thought she was making like a big deal about it. Like,
it was my understanding based on this conversation that like they have like she has already like gone down that road and found out that he was gay.
Oh.
That was what I got from this, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
My thing is that like I feel like Dirk's a very like keep people at arm's length kind of guy. He's like, I got all this weird cool shit I gotta deal with. Like, yeah, I like you a lot and you're important to me, but I don't really want to divulge all my personal info.
But it also doesn't seem like it's information that like Dirk really cares about that much.
Would care about hiding,
like
yeah.
A lot of people deal with like some like difficulty like coming out as gay, and like that's a part of their identity that they've got to work through. Dirk does not give a shit. Like Dirk sees this and is like, yeah, I like fucking men. I don't care. Like, fuck off. Like, this is not important at all. We have more other things to worry about. Right?
Yeah, I think it'd be more along those lines where he'd like, it's not that he would be hiding it. He just like wouldn't care because there are more pressing things.
Yeah, but, I don't know. It's possible she knew beforehand. She might not have. Either way, she was flirting, but she can't because he likes the cock. So you know what?
If someone in our fan base wants to leave a comment and tell us about all the interpersonal relationships that go down, like leave a really heartfelt comment for us, please.
There we go. Yeah, get our audience to do our work for us again. Fucking yes. It's also worth noting out before they switch over to autoresponder, and I'm gonna hand it off to you for autoresponder.
Yeah.
There's some type of like world problem for them that makes it particularly hard for Jane to believe stuff that they talk about. They're very coy about it. We are not but there's definitely some type of like large scale problem that exists for them that does not exist for Jane and Jake. That is like particularly making it difficult for them to get Jane like believe shit. It's also worth noting as well, like these Roxy and Dirk are incredibly opposed in this conversation. Yeah. Like, Dirk's like, we gotta play the video game. And Roxy says, fuck no, we don't. We do not want to play this goddamn video game. And then autoresponder shows up.
I assumed the reason she was so against it was for some, like, wanting to hold on to the real world. But it seems to be trying to foil, like, whatever kind of, like, plans the big queen has.
Batter Witch is trying to do a thing. I don't want her to do it.
I don't trust it. But Dirk also in the conversation is giving me like big Rose vibes, like pre-scratch Rose, where it seems like is working under his own assumptions and doesn't want to get he doesn't want things to get too messy, so he's kind of leaving people out in the dark. He's like, fine, you're being ridiculous. I'll go handle this shit myself.
Yeah. There's a decent amount of that going on. We kind of talked about it last time a little bit, but it's definitely a lot more apparent here now that we're getting more time with him.
Mm-hmm. But just some more romance junk. Everybody wants to get it with Jake.
Everyone wants to fuck Jake, and I have to just say, like, why?
He's quaint.
Why? Like, why?
He's quaint and British.
I guess
that's really
he's
all
not
you need.
British.
He talks like it.
Someone in our comments made fun of us for this. They said he's not British, he's like Old English or something. And I was like, whatever. Fucking, who cares?
Oh,
you know what? I think Jake's British. In my subjective opinion, Jake is British.
Actually, yeah. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
Actually, you're wrong. He's not Old English.
In fact,
he's actually British as heck. but not at all
100%.
born in Britain at all.
No, he's just he's in an island somewhere.
Which it seems to be tropical, but he still learned a British accent.
Yes,
but,
it's totally cool.
But Old English, that's kind of funny. Like, what if there's like a tie-in to somehow he becomes fucking Lord English?
Just fucking imagine.
It's like, oh, he speaks Old English because he's
Jake
Lord English in the
becoming like
future.
the destruction of the universe incarnate. What a fucking dumbass! You're okay. Dirk leaves Roxy to flirt with a 13-year-old.
Yeah. And she's like, I'll go get you some Haroba wine. And he's like, yeah, actually, I have serious stuff to talk about.
Yeah, and she's like, oh, fucking fine, whatever.
Fine.
I'll flirt with 13-year-old children later. It's like, all right, Roxy.
I'll just wait until our parents get here and they're 13 and all. I think this is where Jasper... No. Does Jasper get squished here?
There's some stuff I want to talk about here about autoresponder.
Please do.
I thought you had more, but you didn't.
I did not. I think I thought I did, but I summed it down to like more romance bullshit. Whatever.
You did. But I want to shine a light on some of it particularly because this is what I was talking about. How like you can do like shipping teenage angst shit like right, and autoresponder is a great example of it.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
He's
with
probably
autoresponder.
my favorite so far.
Autoresponder like has feelings for Jake, but he's also like aware of the fact that they only exist as a result of him being cloned from 13-year-old Dirk.
Yeah.
Right? So he's almost considered like ground level Dirk, like which was just him when he was first created as like a separate person from himself.
Yeah.
He almost views it as like, I am the personality I built on top of that foundation of memories, but that foundation of memories is still Dirk.
Yeah.
So he's considered himself like he considers those feelings as like not real because they are part of this like foundation of Dirk that's all Dirk and that's not me. I'm the stuff that I built on top of that, which doesn't involve that.
Yeah.
And he was like, I have feelings about those feelings, and like those feel more real to me than the original
those
one.
Feelings as a whole. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's cool. Autoresponder is sick.
I think he's a very interesting character because it's almost like we're getting a Dave Sprite character for this new cast of individuals.
Yeah, but I feel like they're giving him some more attention that Dave Sprite didn't really get.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dave Sprite kind of got like sidelined.
Real fast.
Which I understand, but it also just kind of sucks. Like, well, I mean, he was cool, but like, I get it. We have other shit we gotta worry about. Oh, and I wrote down a quote from him. I guess this is to be presented as something like a word of caution. If it's me going through with this, hypothetically, I'm not dropping some limp-wristed shucks buster on his ass and praying to the horse gods of irony for reciprocation. There will be no rocking back and forth on pigeon-toed feet while my face flushes with the blood of 1,000 timid bishies. I will not hold one tentative hand behind my head like a flustered asshole from an Asian cartoon, nor will an oversized bead of sweat overlap ludicrously with my visage. If it's me, I'm going all out. Oceans will rise. Cities will fall. Volcanoes will erupt. Because that's the other thing. They're like, hey, Dirk's gonna try and fuck Jake. Be careful about that. And Jane's like, shit, man.
Nah. Wait,
he's not
could
gonna
he?
do that.
Wait, is Jake? Could he?
Uh-oh. Anyway, cat murder time. It's time to kill cats.
He gets Sassacre splatted, and then Roxy purifies him back to where she purified him from.
Yeah.
And that's how that whole loop closes out.
It's exactly. That's the Jasper's loop. So, Jasper's is in our normal universe, right? Tells Rose the secret, gets purified by Roxy. Roxy lives with him for a while, kills his ass by accident, purifies him back. He winds up on the shore, they have the funeral, whatever, then gets turned into Jasper Sprite, blah, 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 which is why we couldn't see him on the purifier for about like 2 weeks, because for that time, he was in the other universe.
He was in another universe entirely. But also, she's like a void player, so like also weird.
Ooh, yeah, weird voidy stuff. But it's mostly just that he's in another fucking universe. Yeah. Thematically, that's like a connection, but I don't think that's like an in-universe connection.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Then Roxy answer Yu.
Yeah, Roxy starts kind of like teleporting around and talks with Yu. This is an important conversation that has a lot to talk about in it that we won't talk about. Because this conversation is just class specs. And
Yeah.
she's like describing the concept of class specs, which we have already done.
Yeah,
Go
in-depth.
listen to our class spec episode featuring Toby Grapes in the GrubCast channel. It's called the Class Spec Conundrum. If you want to hear us talk about class specs.
It will be right here on the screen if that's something we can do.
Don't make me do that. Don't make me do. No, it won't. No, it won't. Do it yourself.
It won't be here on the screen.
Go look. It's like
up.
3 fucking episodes ago. Go look at the episodes in the videos. You got it. It's fine. You can figure it out.
I thought it was
You becomes Toby basically. That's what this is.
For a moment, becomes
you morphs into
our
Toby,
Toby.
class spec expert, and explains class specs in universe to Roxy.
I won't be able to read those lines with his voice now. But
oh no!
Upon finding out that was her daughter that she saw when talking to Yu, she's her first question. Roxy's first interest is, who am I fucking in the future to make this human baby?
And Yu's like, about that.
It's like, it's weird. I'm not gonna spoil it.
I can't tell you that.
And she's like, wait, is it like weird ectobiology stuff? She's like, no.
And she's like, God damn it, I don't get to fuck.
God, fuck.
That's the problem. I'm not a fan of it.
But yeah, we find out that she is the Rogue of Void, which is like a troll Robin Hood.
Yeah.
That aspect. So I'm trying to get into it now. So Roxy later, after getting her class spec and ish, and then fighting some weird guys that are DIRK sites that pop up on her on real world.
We'll talk about
That's
it.
Weird. I don't know how to
We'll
deal
talk
with that,
about it, man.
that could just be a part of that weird troll meshing with realities, kind of how like he has Jake has Lusai on his island, even though they're a troll concept.
Yeah.
But because she takes Void from other people, like their mystery and like their like secrets and ish, and shares them with the rest of her party, that's kind of like her job as the Rogue of Void. But that kind of also just makes her the snitch of secrets, I guess. Like,
Roxy's a fucking snitch.
I'm just like,
what she
the
does.
Heck? It really upset me because I was like, but Dirk's also your boy.
Does she do it in this section?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Does she snitch in this section?
Because she talks to like Jane.
Oh god, we'll talk about that. My only note on that conversation is this is fucking bullshit. So we'll talk about that.
Okay, cool.
We'll talk about that shit.
Cool.
Don't worry.
You guessed that waffles are a food. She says like Dirk will think I'm flip flopping like some waffle ass chump, and she's like, are waffles like a cuisine for you guys? And I just thought that was a really good guess for an alien who doesn't know what that word means.
No, I'm impressed with you. You just got that vernacular down.
You know, but yeah, character select screen, and then we get to be my boy Dirk.
Yes. Oh my god, Dirk is like incredible. I love him.
So
Dirk
sick.
is genuinely so great. He's like really good. Okay, he fucks so hard. He vibes with Lil Cal. Dog. He says Lil Cal, and you're like tentatively fist bump Lil Cal, and he's like, nah, bro. No. Lil Cal is the shit.
Lil Cal is the shit.
Boom. God, I fucking love him. Oh, we get to see the rap robots. We get to see... Oh, I love him. I love Square Wave. I love Square Wave so much. He's just a little guy who wants to rap. He's cool as shit. Dirk adores My Little Pony, by the way.
Yeah, I think him and Equius would get along smashing.
Yes. Dirk is a, like, semi-self-insert for Hussey.
Oh, really?
Not entirely, but, like, kind of.
Like a little bit on the side.
There's a little bit in there. He's, like, not one, but there's a little bit in there. There's a little bit of Hussey DNA in him. And he just fucking loves horses. He and Equius would absolutely get along. He loves horses.
Yeah, they had that rap battle with Square Wave, which I really enjoyed. I like his modus, which is all based kind of like a...
I have that written down. His modus is so good.
Kind of like a Dave's hash map modus. It works on a similar convention of like, all right, these things work thematically and these things rhyme.
His modus is fucking, like, it's the best of the four easy. It's not even close. Like, it's not even close. I think he knocks a lot of the troll moduses out of the water.
Yeah,
like, genuinely, yeah. Like, his modus is great. I think it's right up there with the OG kids. His modus is fucking awesome. Mm-hmm. I love it so much. He has a sick rap battle. Dave made Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff movies as like protest art.
Yeah, against the Batter
Witch.
Or Witch.
And also fucking Childish Gambino got assassinated, apparently?
Yeah.
After his breakout role as Jerome.
Jerome, yeah.
Yeah. Fucking Donald Glover's dead.
That's...
He played Lando, and it was all downhill from there.
after comprising his role as Lando,
Yeah,
he plays Jerome.
He played Jerome, and then he got fucking. He's fucking dead. He's super fucking dead.
Which is insane to me because Jerome has the least lines.
Yeah. So like Childish Gambino just stands there and doesn't do shit. It's just like there you go.
And that was enough to get him on the Batter Witch's hit list. Ooh, bars. That was the Batter Witch's hit list.
Oh shit! Oh, dropping bars. ET has music in the description if you want to listen to it. If you want to listen to ET's music in the description.
It's kind of nerdy and I like it.
Shit, it kind of sucks.
It is kind of ass, but like, if enough nerds watch it, people will think it's good. So just watch it.
Yeah. All right. Hearts Boxcars is fucking dead.
Yeah. Fucking DIRK. He gets distracted on Earth.
Yeah.
Having to control, God, I can't even imagine.
Yeah, no, there must be a lot. That's a lot of irons to keep in the fire, for sure, for sure.
And he's just, he's like, man, something's sneaking up on me on Durst.
What's going on? Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Hearts Boxcars just keeps getting murdered incredibly early and easily.
Super easy,
and it sucks.
Gets no
Hearts Boxcars has done fucking nothing. Even in intermission, he didn't get to do anything.
No, he tried to fight Biscuits and then he died.
Yeah, he fought Biscuits. He fought Biscuits for the entirety of intermission, ate his head, and then he died. And then in the actual comic, he just keeps getting fucking murdered early.
I'm thinking him being alive affects the plot in a serious way. Like
I guess that's fair. Like I'm sure he's not super easy to kill. He's a chunky man.
Oh, I was thinking like he's just like a very kind soul. And
like if very nice.
If he got together with all the boys and is like, no, like I don't think we should kill these kids. Like I think honestly we could probably team up with them, try to help them with their.
The problem is that Clubs Deuce is nice, but he's also fucking dumb. So you can manipulate him into doing shit.
But Hearts Boxcars, I think
Boxcars is just he's a good boy.
He's the golden heart of the group, and that's why he can't live for more than 2 seconds. We need evil villains, okay? So Hearts Boxcar gets cut immediately, every time.
We get a whole conversation that we already read earlier. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's just the same shit we talked about earlier.
Oh shit, Hearts Boxcars. He got folded so fast.
He got folded so quick, man.
And then I think DIRK and AR have a little combo.
Yes, this conversation is great.
It's amazing.
What do you got on it?
I finished Pi. Like I finished it.
Yeah.
He's like, what are you talking about? Like I understand the concept of irrational numbers. Like you can't have done that. He's like, no. Like I just finished it like a few minutes ago. It's 4. That's the last number.
What do you have on this conversation here?
Oh, it's really just more of like an analysis on like DIRK. Like he is constantly fighting himself, it seems.
Yeah.
But that never comes out. Like I haven't seen that come out in any solid way based on his actions. Like it seems like he doesn't trust himself, and he admits that if he were in the shoes of AR, he would be like trying to fuck with him and like trying to like mess with his head. But I don't know if that is more of him just like, because when he sends those bots to Jake, it's kind of like a like romantic like pursual thing that's admitted to
some extent. Yeah,
like to some extent it's like, yeah, this is like kindness out of my bro and I go all out for everything I do, but also like, you know, this is like maybe this is how he shows like kindness and kinship, you know?
Yeah.
I haven't quite figured that out yet.
You've touched on something incredibly important, which is that like DIRK does not trust AR because he views AR as an extension of himself. He knows that if he was in that position, he would be trying to fuck with him.
Yeah.
What he's missing is that AR is no longer him.
Yeah.
AR has had 3 years of progression on top of himself, and so I feel like this would be a valid interpretation if we didn't just have that conversation with AR and Roxy earlier, right? That conversation sets up like this idea that like AR views DIRK as a separate entity from himself, and views himself as like the layers of code that he's built on top of that as a base, right?
Yeah.
And so AR is not DIRK. So DIRK treating him as if he is fundamentally a misstep.
Yeah,
right?
like he's not him anymore. And somehow that made him kinder because he doesn't want to fuck with him. It seems like he just genuinely wants to help his bro out.
But also at the same time, because he's built off of a fundamental like a foundation of DIRK, a lot of the time when he tries to be helpful, it comes off as like patronizing, right? which then obviously convinces Dirk that he was correct. He's trying to fuck with me, right? It's a really interesting dynamic, and we finally get at the end of this conversation like a little bit of just, it's not much, but it's a little bit of like understanding where Dirk finally gets to a point where he trusts AR enough to let him handle the Spurb stuff and talk to Yu.
Yeah,
it's just like it's a great conversation that like has a lot of nice character shit in it that kind of ends off on, it's not much, but just a little bit of progression. And we kind of can see like where that might go.
He's willing to give some of his like, he's like, bro, you're already divided amongst two different versions of you already.
Yeah.
Let me handle some of that.
Yeah, but when he says that, it comes off as like, you know, oh, I'm a computer. You can't handle this shit, but I can, right?
Breaking yourself up
but
like
it's
that.
a genuine like offer of like, you have taken on too much for you to handle. Like, I can help. Mm-hmm. It's a great little conversation.
You just gotta say it like Dirk.
Yeah, I like autoresponder. He's a cool guy. Dirk talks to the alien. He talks to our favorite troll, Uranian Umbra.
Yeah, where they get into a conversation of like how him having splintered selves may be a part of his aspect of heart.
Yeah, it just talks about how like Prince is a destructive, and it kind of like turns into like destroyer of souls, right? Mm-hmm. Which is pretty cool.
The Prince of Soul. Prince is a very famous artist.
Oh.
Yeah, he was I want to say around the like the Michael Jackson era-esque of music, a little bit after, I want to say. But
is that what people called him?
Oh, well, he went by Prince, and I'd say some of his music could be well classified as soul.
Oh, that's a fun little thing. Yeah, I don't know if that was on purpose, but if it is, that's cool.
Yeah.
I can see it being on purpose. I don't know.
Yeah, I could easily see
Andrew Hussey is Iraqi, and he writes JoJo. JoJo is Homestuck.
Honestly?
They are the same. Okay.
Oh, yeah, and she writes fanfic, and she's a shipper. We learned that.
Yes, she is literally fandom Tumblr person. Like, I draw fan art of Homestuck, and I read Homestuck fanfiction. I write it also, and I like Homestuck.
And then we see that fan art of Dirk, and he's so upset about it.
He's like, do I have to fucking wear that? I hate that shit. I fucking hate that thing.
And I don't blame him. The Prince and Bard fits do not look cool. I think they look really lame. Which may be a hot take.
You might change your tune on that a little bit later.
The Bard wears a diaper.
Oh no, not the Bard. The Bard looks lame.
And the Prince has that cone hat.
The Prince does not have to have the cone hat.
Yeah.
Without the cone hat, the Prince looks fucking awesome. Anyway.
Oh, except
no, the Bard looks dumb. Actually,
the Bard wears a diaper.
So Gamzee is a bard.
Yeah.
People would cosplay as Gamzee as a god tier bard.
Yeah.
And you have to wear a cod piece as the for a god tier bard.
Yeah.
And so I think for a while there, Gamzee cosplay like just couldn't happen because a lot of conventions like banned cod pieces because they were like, I didn't think we had to spell this out for you, but fine, here you go.
That's funny.
That is it's fucking insane.
It's like, no, you can't wear the diaper in public. You can't
fucking do that, man. These fucking gray people.
These fucking gray people. Gosh.
Okay. This Jane talks to Roxy.
And this is where that bullshit happens.
No, it's not.
It's not?
It's not. That's later.
Oh
this conversation is... this is Roxy saying, you need to confess to Jake before Jake fucks Dirk. That's what this is. That's all it is.
Yeah. This is my bullshit. This is what I'm
Oh, this is about. What you want to get up? All right. I'll let you get on your shit.
Man, so... yeah, so I have the first thing I have written for this conversation is more romance shit. I'm kind of over it, but it's all consistent with established characters, so I'll let it slide. But I got really mad because it's like, you're gonna rat out your boy like that? Like, Dirk is, I would imagine they're all equally friends. Like, they're all very close to one another, and I assume they're all on equal tiers with one another. At the very least, like, comparably. But you're just gonna be like, yeah, so I know that you are also trying to get with him, and our other friend told me that he wants to get with him, so I'm just gonna tell you all this very personal secret information that I found out from his robot.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. She's very... You're kind of right. Like our OG 4 were all kind of on similar levels of friendship with another. They're like, yeah, these are our 4 gang. I love them. Mm-hmm. And in this gang, it has very clearly been paired off into like
the girls versus boys type beat.
Yeah, which is a little weird. And, yeah, it is so weird how like immediately Roxy turns around and it's like you trusted me with this information and I will now immediately use it against you.
Like there was no hesitation, and part of me wants to assume that if the roles were reversed, like if Dirk had personally told this to Roxy first, after getting some information from her, they would have shared like, oh, we both like Jake, but like since I said it first, I'm the one who gets to, and I'll like Roxy will kind of like be like, oh, okay, I'll leave my hands off. And then she got the information from Jane that she liked him. She'd go back and do the same thing for him. But I don't know if that's true.
I don't think she would.
Like I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, but I just don't know how true that is.
It just sucks seeing Dirk get like fucked over like this.
Yeah, it's like, bro, like he's your dude, and like this isn't even information you got from him.
Partially because he's easily the most likable out of all of them, but also just like I think that if Dirk found out that Jane liked Jake, he would decide to stay out of it.
Step
you know
off.
What I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because he's just a fucking... He's
a good
He's not like a selfish guy.
Yeah.
He's like weirdly focusing, but he's not selfish.
Yes.
It's a weird... He's a very interesting character in that regard.
Self-centered yet selfless.
But like, I genuinely think that if Dirk found out that Jane was into Jake, he would step off. You're absolutely correct.
Yeah,
and
sure.
Jane was just like immediately, or Roxy immediately was like, "Oh shit, I got secret information that he confided in me as a friend."
Let me completely just destroy that trust between us and fucking immediately rat to somebody else.
Yeah, no, this is a weird conversation,
and it fits well with like the classmate we've been given for that, and like the description she just gave us.
Yeah, you're
about
right.
it.
You literally just described her as like the snitch classmate.
But like, man, that's just so lame. Like, bro, you gotta do your dude like that.
Why'd you have to do that to my fucking man?
I feel like the best option there, if they're both equally your friend, you leave it to the fates above. You know that he's gonna make that move and that he is way more bold and he'll get to it way before Jane will. But you let that play out because you otherwise you're picking a side.
Yeah, you have to just wait and see on that. I feel like
it's like they both confided in me with the secret. I gotta let them try it out. Fuck,
man. Or at the very least, tell both of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Get them in a memo.
At the very least, like as soon as like Dirk, as soon as autoresponder tells you that, then you then tell autoresponder, oh, Jane's into him as well, and then you go tell Jane, right?
Yeah.
If that happened, if he told autoresponder first and then told Jane, I'd have less of an issue with it.
Removes the issue.
It just doesn't feel like something she would do. I guess
it works with the rogue class too, because then she's sharing both secrets.
Yeah, no, like it does. Yeah, it's just a weirdly like I didn't think up until here that Roxy was just like so biased in favor of Jane immediately.
Yeah, like there was like no hesitation.
Yeah,
and that just really like, because personally, like if you're my bro, like you're my guy. Like we're like if you reach best bro tier, we're all on equal footing here. Like I'm not gonna go around sharing your secrets. No, like what? And especially such a sensitive thing. Like it seems like he's like it's not a secret that he's gay, but he's not out there sharing it openly, it seems.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
It's not a secret that he's gay, but I mean, he hasn't told anyone else that he's into Jake.
Yeah, like
right?
He doesn't, like that's a very specific, like I don't know.
No, this is fucked up.
It grinds my gears.
No, Roxy definitely loses some bro points for this.
And that's when I was 100%. Like, damn, bro.
But she's still better than the other two by a long shot.
But
yeah. So at least these are like things to talk about. You know what I mean? Like it makes me be like, all right, Roxy, you're overstepping your bounds here. Yeah. But it also kind of works with her character. She's kind of like nosy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's there are things happening here. Whereas with Jane and Jake, I'm just like, man, I sleep. Dirk, Roxy, real shit.
They're on the page. Yep, it's that meme.
Okay. Easily the best fucking Flash animation in Act 6 so far.
Prince of Heart.
It's so good.
Rise Up.
Genuinely, Prince of Heart Rise Up is fucking awesome. Jake gets absolutely decimated by Brobot on novice settings. Oh my goodness. Jake like shoots bullets and then on novice settings he like catches the bullets and like throws it at him. He like cuts a bunch of them in fucking half. It's horrifying. Oh my god.
And this is supposed to be the lighter
this is like easy baby mode. God. Okay. Meanwhile, while all this is happening, Dirk is being the coolest motherfucker on planet Earth. He just carries Boxcar's head just around Dirk.
Yeah.
Just fucking parades it around.
Parades a dead dignitary through the kingdom to show that the prince woke up.
Oh my god. We see the new management as well. We now have confirmed that Betty Crocker, the Condis, is on Durst running shit.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, I suppose, to fuck over our kids while playing the video game. I guess. I don't know. And then fucking Diamond's Droog is like, what is this fucking guy doing?
What the
What's
heck?
going on? And then Dirk fucking impales his head on a pike in the middle of the fucking square, and he like wrote the note on like the wanted thing or whatever.
Yeah, man.
The prince is awake. Your shit is wrecked.
It's wrecked.
Oh my god, this is a fucking
It's
great
so
animation.
Badass.
It's like really good. It's like really good. Dirk, I will let you know this there will be more of this. Dirk has the best animations of like this like opening bit of Act 6, right? Okay. Like Dirk's animations are fucking sick. Later on, he's gonna get 2 more that are fucking cool.
A little note I have. The note I have for right before Prince Rise Up is it feels like a little unnecessary to like. I feel like I'm being bogged down narratively with all this romance bullshit, and yet all my like characters that I bonded with and care about are out in the lawn ring fucking for 3 years.
Yeah.
And like it's not like a serious issue. It just feels like the pacing's a little weird, I guess, because it's like, oh yeah, your friends that you care about, they're doing cool stuff. Now they're gonna have to like take time out for 3 years while we deal with the interpersonal romance of these 4 kids that honestly. Not the biggest fan of like half of them.
It really is. It really is just proof, though, that like I don't have an issue with the romance. It's entirely about how you execute it. Because Dirk and Autoresponder, when we talk about like romance with that shit, it's great. It's really interesting. But like, if like I don't necessarily understand why, but like I do. There's lots of really interesting character shit to talk about as a result of that. Yeah. Because they are characters, right? Whereas Jane. I don't know why she likes Jake, and I also don't understand the ramifications of that. It's just a thing about her, right? So it's entirely just about the execution of it.
Yeah, for sure. Because like, there's a point later in this section where like, it seems as though Jake is leaning more towards Dirk than Jane. All throughout that conversation, I got weird feelings about.
Oh, but we're gonna talk about that. I fucking hate that one. That's the one that I wrote down.
But whenever that started to tip more in Dirk's favor, I was more interested in the romance for some reason.
Yeah, immediately. Like, oh shit, okay. Well, it also speaks more about Jake as well. It's just like it's now we have something about Jake.
Yeah, now
right?
we have something about Jake.
And then I think that conversation firmly puts Jane at the bottom of the 4 because now there's like things to think about with Jake. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, now there's something. Now it's boop.
All right, Jake passes out.
I also have that thigh gap though for when the Empress walked on screen.
Oh my fucking god! No, cease your horny. Put it away.
It's not horny.
Remove it from this fucking world.
just noticing for a scientific purpose.
It's mirroring S-Jack Ascend. In case you were wondering.
Oh,
it's mirroring the Black Queen in that animation.
Man, I think I had that note written down for that too.
Oh, sick. Okay. So Jake passes out, and he sees his dream self is dead, so he's in a dream bubble, and he sees a not Vriska, and then he wakes up.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what happens.
Which are there only 2 trolls now for like the second group?
So far, by the end of this reading section, there are only 2.
Yeah, because we meet like weird goggles person who's not Pfeffery. I guess maybe young.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. He sees a not Vriska, and then he wakes up, and then he gets told by Roxy to talk to Jane about the shipping bullshit.
Yeah. I dislike Roxy's meddling strategies.
Conversation makes me fucking angry.
Yeah,
because Hussy, my man. What is this anime misunderstanding rom-com bullshit that you're making me sit through? What are you doing? What is this?
Jane, do you like me? Do you like me? No. I mean,
If I can remember to, I'm going to put in an excerpt in the edit right here of the old Digibro, best guy ever, Aramanga Sensei every week podcast. If I can find it. If I don't, here's the gist of it.
Mm-hmm.
Why does Jane fuck up what she's saying in this conversation?
Right? Like, why?
Why?
And why did she double down so hard?
She just says it wrong. She just says the wrong thing. She just fucks it. Why? There's no reason why. There's no reason why. She just says it wrong. She just does it wrong. And so then Jake's like, "Tiddly, old chum, I'm gonna go fuck that man."
Well, tiddly pip, cheerio.
I'm gonna go hop on a fat dick. That's what he says. And so then she's sitting there. She just says it wrong. I cannot fucking stand it. I cannot fucking stand it.
Yeah.
Jane, you dumbass. Why did you say that?
Why?
Why?
Yeah, like,
and
why?
she in her panels, like they're lampshading it. She's
Yeah.
like, "Why am I saying
Why
this?"
am
And I'm
I
like,
doing
"Yeah, why?
this?
I
Yes.
sure hope you can fucking tell me."
Why are you doing this? I want
This is
to
my
know.
least favorite conversation so far in Act 6. I fucking hate it.
This is my least favorite conversation in the comic.
This is the so far. I think This
I
is
can't think of a
I
worse
think
one.
This is the first time in the entire comic I can point at a conversation and be like, "That's bad.
That's just
That is bad. This is bad. This is bad."
Why'd she say no? Because she was nervous and like
She was like,
she likes him.
Don't
and
you
like,
get it? And I'm like, no, I don't
No, but,
care.
like-
She's insane. This is
like,
fucking stupid. I
She
cannot
literally
fucking believe
is
that this
trying
would
to
happen.
confess her feelings now.
And she
anyway,
just does it
she
wrong.
just does it wrong, and he gives her multiple times.
Yeah,
to,
multiple times
to correct
and
that
she
mistake.
doubles down.
And she just
Why?
doubles down.
I don't fucking know. Neither does she. It just happens.
There was a point there was a certain point in the conversation where Jake's like, "Well, honestly, this is a bit of a relief." But that happens after like 2 other times where he's like, I must have misread this, like giving her time to correct her mistake.
And it doesn't help that, like, what this means retroactively is that every time that Jane talks with Roxy or talks with another character, I'm like, "Oh, I have a crush on Jake. What's gonna happen to that?" Every time that happens, your time was stolen from you. Valuable seconds that you have of life on this earth were taken from you for nothing.
For nothing. It's like, oh man, they might. She just might say it. No, she won't.
So yeah, I fucking hate it. Anyway, fucking Jack's gonna kill Jane, but then he gets hit by the queen or whatever.
Yeah, so
It's whatever.
It's like,
That's it. That's all there is to say about that. We're moving on.
Want to...
All right.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah, no.
Roxy is down in the lab. Roxy's sendificates are good pal Jasper's, and he's gone. Bye-bye, Jaspers. I love you. I hope you have fun as Jasper's sprite talking to Nepta. That was pretty cool, cute. I like that. Have fun. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, this is what you were talking about earlier. Chess
Yeah,
boys.
yeah.
Why are there chess boys here?
Why are there Dursites just chilling on Earth right now?
So she's in the lab, yeah, and she gets jumped by a bunch of chess boys, and she's like, "I gotta get the fuck out of here."
Like a shit ton of them.
Yeah, and so she gets in her fenestrated wall, right? And then G-Cat fucks it up, so she gets stuck, right?
Yeah.
And what's important here is that she gets jumped by a not Fefri, right?
Yeah, she gets jumped by not
Who is
Peppery.
a dead person, we can see,
Yeah.
right? Similar to not Vriska, right? Which means that her fenestrated planes transport her through dream bubbles?
Yeah, like somewhere between somewhere in the furthest
Like,
ring.
they have to use dream bubbles to send her places, which is interesting. It's a cool little detail. There's not much else that happens there. She jumps really fucking high. There she goes. She does a big boing jump, and she goes back up.
Oh, then we have DIRK answer you.
DIRK answer, yes. It's time. It is finally time. Undying Umbrage is the brother of the lamer other troll. He is my single favorite character in the entire comic. I have alluded to it for fucking 17 episodes now. I love him. He is my favorite boy. He's evil as shit.
Yeah,
He's
nah, man.
so fucking evil.
Somebody's edgy.
But I need you to understand, back in my fucking days, back in my youth on the Homestuck Amino, I was an Undying Umbrage roleplay account for like a year and a half. I love him. I would draw pictures in character as him. Like, he's great. I fucking love him. I love him so much. He's evil. He's just an asshole. All he cares about is just murder and death and nightmares. He does not care about cooperation with his sister playing this video game.
No,
he only needs her to get into the game and then wants to kill and wreck shit. Is all he cares about.
Whenever I read his lines, I read it in the voice of Invader Zim.
That's like a great headcanon voice. There's a clear thematic parallel between him and Undying or Uranian Umbra as well.
Yeah.
Uranian Umbra, as we talked about, is like a kind of like fan fiction-y, like I draw fan art. Oh, I just ship my characters and read my fan fiction, right? That's Uranian Umbra. Mm-hmm. Whereas Undying Umbrage is definitely he's like a more cynical fan, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That like these are very clearly like meant to be symbolic representations of like different sides of Homestuck's fan base. Like that's what they are.
Okay.
It's very blatant. And Undying Umbrage is all about like if you read about him if you read in this conversation, already you can tell like what he vibes with is like character death, like doing shit, right? He talks about how he read like other UU's stories and how he thought that like there's too much waffling, characters talking, nothing's happening, right? I want important things to happen. So we talked a little bit in the car about just the concept of meat and candy as a narrative concept. And this is going to be your first real introduction to that. This concept of meat and candy as a tool for narrative analysis of candy being your fluffy like fan service type stuff and your meat being like progression, shit happening, and like the dichotomy between them will continue to become more important over the course of Homestuck as it progresses.
Okay.
And both of our UUs here are kind of meant to represent that similar concept, and this will become more important later on in Homestuck proper, going into the Homestuck epilogues, into Homestuck Squared, even in some of like the Friendsim stuff. Like this is just an important thing that will continue to be important throughout the rest of Homestuck, and it's really first introduced here now that we have both UUs under our belt.
Yeah.
A lot of people that really hate Act 6, you know how I talk about like there's like a weird like sub-faction on people that really fucking despise Act 6? Yeah. A lot of them really identify with Caliborn.
Yeah.
A lot of them. There's like an entire like subreddit. It's just like people that fucking despise like everything past Act 5 Homestuck, and they all like hate like June Egbert and like anything. It's a really weird like circle jerk subreddit, and like all of them have like Caliborn profile pictures, and they all really fucking love him and think he's like a based king, and it's really funny to me because like I love him as well, but for the time like I love him just because he's like evil and a nightmare. Yeah. I just think he's super fun, right? It's like really weird for me to view Caliborn as like a he's the real hero of the story. He's just like me. He's my god,
like me for real.
Undying Umber. He's just like me.
I also want to destroy the world entirely.
Yeah. Anyway, there we go. He's my favorite lad. I love him.
Oh yeah, but in this conversation, we hear that Undying Umbrage does not fuck with Little Cow.
No, he calls him a juju.
Yeah, he calls him a juju. Which I'm not entirely sure what that is. But
keep that in mind. Just keep it in mind. Keep it in the back pocket.
But I thought it was weird that someone who's so obsessed with like death and destruction and like just like so much chaos wouldn't fuck with the building blocks Lord English, who is death and destruction incarnate. He either doesn't know that that's what he's about, or is like maybe wants to one up him. But something like that.
You're sussing out some clues here. I'm not going to say anything, but you're sussing out some clues. I like your where your head's at. I like where your head's at.
Because Little Cow has been tied to fun times with the boys, but also death and destruction, and literal upheaval of reality. So yeah, it's just odd to me, but I will keep an eye on that. And then Jane enter.
Yes, Jane entered. Jane's going around playing the game. And the meteor is going to hit her house, and before she can, the Condess arrives.
Yeah, before she can get in, and the timer runs out.
What does this mean? So Jane's in the game. What does this mean? It's important. It's important here because apparently Betty Crocker takes over the entire world.
Yeah.
DIRK and Roxy are years in the future post takeover. That's where we see them. So remember that like world problem that I was alluding to earlier? It's like why it'd be difficult for Jane to believe them. It's confirmed here. So Dirk and Roxy are like a while in the future after where Jane and Jake are.
Huh. I never noticed that.
Relative to Dirk and Roxy, Jane and Jake are in the past.
Because they don't know that she does that.
So this is why Roxy is just vibing with like troll culture and like using troll words and just like understands the entirety of the Batter Witch.
Oh my fuck.
It's because she's lived through an entire troll takeover.
Yeah.
Where Jane just hasn't. So she... There you go. Like, that's the answers. It's all there.
Huh.
The world is all flooded and horrible, and drones are coming to kick their ass. It's bad.
Are Jake's Luci about that? Like, are they after post takeover?
I don't remember if it gets like explicitly explained, but I think so.
Okay.
I think it has to do with like, because Betty Crocker exists and is on the world already,
yeah.
Right? I guess that would have to be related to like the earlier like subterfuge elements of it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Betty Crocker is present on Earth a while before the like explicit takeover. This takeover is the result of the rebranding. Just to be clear.
Oh, okay.
The rebranding of Betty Crocker is the like explicit takeover of the world.
Okay.
So Betty Crocker's been in the shadows. Like trolls have been on Earth for a while now.
Okay.
But only now is it like out in the open. Earth is now ours, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which I think they already said a while ago in the comic. They talked about how the Empress would like to show up on planets before a takeover. I think it was in like Doc Scratch's office section, but I could be wrong.
I'd believe it. But yeah, man.
There you go.
I was upset that we didn't get John Sprite because of G-Cat.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I would have been happy about Old Man John Sprite. That would have been fun.
It's yeah, we don't get it. It's just bad. Oh no. He doesn't get prototyped. I don't know what to say. He just doesn't.
And then the world is underwater post time skip.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So like they flood the entire world and it's a nightmare, and then I guess like a bunch of drones are on the way to kill him. I don't know. Like that's kind of just what we get. That's it. That's the end.
Yeah,
that's the end of X6X2. That's oh god.
Everything's bad.
So, before we wrap it up, let's talk. Let's kind of do a big recap type beat again. All right. This reading section, X6X2 is way better than X6X1.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like it's just way more interesting and fun. Like it's not even close. X6X1, like we talked about it, and we were kind of like, oh, it's it's like fine or whatever.
It's all right.
Like no, this is just way better. Like this is way good. This is like good. This is great.
Yeah, no.
There's a couple things that we bitched about, you know what I mean, for a while, because there's a couple things that really get on under our fucking skin a little bit. But like this reading section was just great. It was just an objective improvement all around. Yeah,
no, it was better than the first one, and just a fun time, I'd say.
Yeah, absolutely. There's just like fun, weird, wacky shit going on. Square Wave is fucking great.
Square Wave, yeah.
Oh my god, I love Square. I hope we see Sawtooth.
Sawtooth?
That's the other robot he made. Remember? Dirk made 2 rap robots. One that he always beats, which is Square Wave, and one that he has never beaten. So I want to see Sawtooth lay down some bars.
Same. I would love to see that.
It's gotta happen. I need it. I fucking need that shit in my life, in my soul.
I want the album to drop. Square Wave and Sawtooth.
Yeah. All right.
Oh man, but that was a fun one. The last note I have is what?
Yeah. So next week we're gonna be reading through all the way through page 4944, which is a Flash animation. We're not reading through all of X6X3, but so we're reading through X6 Intermission 2, and also up to that page. There you go, everybody.
Just one more time for the people in the back.
We're reading up to page 4944.
4944.
That's where we're heading next time.
Heard it here first.
There we go. I'll see y'all next week, hopefully, if nothing bad happens.
Oh, God. Is that a tidal wave outside?
No.
I think the ocean levels are rising. In a space.
Oh, shit. It's a big
This is too much all at once.
Spaceship. I can hear they're saying a message. I think they're transmitting a message here. Hold on.
Oh, yeah. Open the window. What are they saying?
It's me. I'm Betty Crocker. I'm here. and I'm gonna tell you all that I'm gonna take over Earth unless you subscribe to the GrubCast.
Okay.
Give the money on Patreon and follow them on Twitter at the GrubCast and join the Discord server. All of those things linked in the description.
You heard it here first, guys. Hurry, join as fast as you can. Follow all of our things. Give us money. Maybe that's the only way we can save the Earth.
God,
I'm so scared.
Oh, I hope they spare us so that way next week we can do another episode of the GrubCast.
GrubCast.